Ashtavakragita, chapter 3, verse 10. The high-souled person witnesses his own body acting as if it were another's. As such, how can he be disturbed by praise or blame? Here, the sage is helping to see who we really are. Let us understand this. We have seen in many of the previous verses on how, from the time of our birth, we have started looking outside. When I say we have started looking outside, our sense organs are made to sense the things from outside. Right? How we have limited ourselves to this body and identifying ourselves with this limitation. With sage's help, we are able to see within now, and we are able to sense the real joy. We have also seen in chapter 2, verse 22, on how thoughts, emotion, desires are all the activities of the body, and when we realize all the faults and negate them, then the only prominence and priority is for the truth alone. In case you would like to listen to the previous verses, I have attached the playlist link in the description, which consists of all the verses. This one truth is what the sage is calling as soul. And the sage is saying, if one has true search for God in heart, then where is the time for anything else? And who is that person who could get disturbed by praise or blame when they are with God? Are any of these bodily changes, which will be there at one point and will vanish at other, is that adding any value to the person who is in real search? For the person who is truly in search of God becomes one with God in every thought and action. There is no separate body that is being identified and operated. If there is no identification, then there is no ego. And if the ego is dropped, then how can we get disturbed with praise or blame? Who is getting disturbed with praise or blame? So here, it doesn't mean that we'll forget our name and give up everything. No. I mean, the sage is not talking about any of those sort. We know we would have seen certain sports or art where a sports person or an artist would have shown a kind of performance which might seem way difficult or even impossible for humans to exhibit. We would have seen those kind of things in our past, right? How is that even possible then? At that moment, the person has become one with that sport or art. There wouldn't be any difference to identify that I am this body. No doubts will pop out if I can do this or not. Because there is no difference, there is no question. There is only bliss with that oneness. The sage is saying to look at the false things that are related to us, that are bounding us, and negate each one of them until we see one truth and become one with it. It is worth it to negate all the false bonds that we are caught up with, that is making us suffer, and be liberated. Liberated beings is who we are.